Alright, you deadly dump stains, and welcome to another edition of Koit On. Today's episode's all about the original Star Wars films, and I'm going to be interviewed by Steve the Apple! Koit On! The original Star Wars. What's your first Star Wars memory? I'm not sure I can pinpoint an exact first memory of Star Wars, but I suppose an enduring memory would be actually watching the films on a top-loader VHS machine. That brand new technology of the day, allowing you finally to watch films in your own home. Other memories, of course, would be liking Han Solo the best. He seemed to have all the best lines. He seemed to act different to Luke, and I liked that as a kid. Especially that bit where he shot the console. Boring conversation anyway. That was always a standout moment for me. In addition, knowing all the lines. Because we watched the films over and over and over and over and over, etc. again, it got ingrained in my memory. So pretty much, I can quote every line verbatim, and I know there's going to be many people out there that can do exactly the same. And who can forget the merchandise? Lucky for me, I grew up during the time of the film's release, and subsequently the release of the Kenner action figure line. These bad boys. I collect these still to this day. So by the way, if anyone out there has any of these, please contact me. Maybe I'll offer to buy them off you. Alright then, what's your favourite of the original films? Well, that's an easy one, isn't it? Let's be fair. It's always going to be Empire Strikes Back. Always going to be that over Star Wars and then Return of the Jedi, if I had to grade those first three. Why, you say? Well, there's a number of reasons. You've got the Imperial Walkers, AT-ATs. They were awesome at the time. That opening Hoth battle scene was outrageously good for me. I really enjoyed that, although I didn't really like the fact that there wasn't much of a ground battle. I would have liked to have seen more stormtroopers against rebels, but that's a small quibble. You've got the Imperial March music. Darth Vader, along with that music, took a big step up from A New Hope. I just think he got ever more menacing along with his own theme. You then add, arguably, one of my favourite characters of all time, and I'll probably come on to that later, Yoda. Little green bugger. He is and was awesome. You've got the rebels losing in the end. It can't get any better than that, where who you are rooting for lose, and yet you still enjoy the film. I thought that was awesome. And then you've got the gritty realism, which whilst it was prevalent in Star Wars, it got even better during Empire, where everything just seemed to go wrong. The Millennium Falcon was always breaking. Things just looked like they were going wrong all the time, vehicle-wise and story-wise for our heroes. What's your favourite character? Well, I think I gave the game away in that last segment, but it's this guy, Yoda. Quality character. I like him for a number of reasons, but first off, I'd say it's his impishness. When you first meet him, he's just this weird little beast, like laughing, giggling, just being mischievous. I thought that was a genius stroke there. The fact that he's a Muppet. I've always loved the Muppets. I'm a big fan of the Muppets and Jim Henson, pretty much anything that they do. And so when Yoda came out, being a Muppet, it just added that extra dimension and quality for me. So I actually really enjoyed that. On top of that, not only his appearance and the fact that he is being manipulated, he had a great voice. Again, as a fan of the Muppets, I love it. Pretty much every character that Frank Oz creates, and he gave Yoda an amazing voice. You've got the fact that he's very, very wise. So after his impishness, you get the humour out of him, he's got that sageness, that wiseness that he brings to the character, and that adds some gravitas to the story as a whole. And then finally, the mystery of why he's on Dagobah. I know that's kind of a weird one to say, but you think about it, I always wondered why he was alone on Dagobah, why he was on this sort of swamp-like planet. If he was meant to be this big, wise, powerful Jedi, why was he there? Now, I know a few of you might think, oh, I'm retrofitting this to fit the storylines that came on later about Yoda's exile. I'm not. I always just thought it was weird. And what was with that sort of like concrete cave structure? That always struck me as odd back in the day. What's your favourite vehicle or ship? Most of you will probably think I'll choose something like the Millennium Falcon or the X-Wing, or a TIE fighter, but actually that's not the case. My favourite ship or vehicle was actually the AT-ST, or the Scout Walkers, the Chicken Walkers from Return of the Jedi. I just loved the design, and I actually had that toy as a kid. And so that's probably ingrained it into my brain as something that sticks out more. So there's my choice.
Do you have a favourite line?
Yes, I do, and it's probably no surprise that it's from my favourite character, Yoda. Although, whilst I did allude to the fact that I liked a lot of Han Solo's lines from earlier, I think Yoda tips the scale. And that favourite line is, do or do not, there is no try. There's no more wiseness in any other line in any of the trilogy than that one line.
No, do or do not. There is no try. Yeah, do you eat fruit?
Ah, here we go. Another Koit On, another silly question thrown into the mix. Well, if you want the real answer, it's no, I don't like fruit. I don't eat fruit at all. The reason being is I don't like the texture thing, you know? Is it a drink? Is it a food stuff? Is it a solid? I just can't deal with it. I don't like the texture. I do like the flavours. I drink the juices, but I won't touch the actual fruit itself. So you're safe.
Did you enjoy the Ewoks and the Droids films and the cartoons and that?
Well, let's take the films first. So, films were released attached to a Star Wars name, Star Wars property, and so yes, I did watch Caravan of Courage, the Ewok adventure, and yes, I did watch Battle for Endor. I thought Caravan of Courage was really poor, really poor. The Battle for Endor was a lot better, but still not great, was it? Let's be fair. I preferred the cartoons. You had the Droids cartoons and you had the Ewoks cartoons. And whilst they were aimed more at the much younger audience, I did enjoy them. They're linked to Star Wars, so I'm going to enjoy them.
Alright, last question then. Did you see the holiday special?
Yes, I did see the Star Wars holiday special, and the less said about it, the better. I mean, come on. God awful. And on that note, it's time to bring this edition of Koit On to a close. Please like, please share, and please subscribe to my channel. Doing those things will help me a great deal. Please comment below if you agreed, or even if you didn't agree with me. And please also comment below if there's other topics you'd like me to cover for future episodes. Hold on, what's that? Oh, I know. Cough!